NRL have introduced many new rules for the 2021 season, but one certainly stood out from the rest as a successful field goal from beyond the 40-metre line will now be worth 2 points. So we decided to have a look back at the longest field goals in the NRL since 2010, and all of which fit the criteria for a successful 2-point field goal. Considering this, even though examples such as Braith Anasta's field goal against the Tigers in 2010 and Josh Reynolds' field goal against the Raiders in 2015 may have been around or over 40 metres due to their respective angles, but they both won't be considered for this list. Also, we are only considering field goals from 2010 to 2020 as we don't have the resources necessary to obtain footage for most of the pre-2010s. We did, however, find these ones.
Mark is getting through, led by Bailey. He's got a bit of time.
Here's a kick. It's got plenty of length. It's got plenty of length. It's hit the upright. It's over. It's over. It's over. Shumavave. And here's a shot for drop. It's a big kick. Oh, it's a powering kick, and I think he's got it. Brett Fiddler.
Here he comes. Struck it pretty well. I'll tell you what, he has kicked it! Oh, what a kick!
Just to clarify, when we say the longest field goals, the measuring starts from the try line under the crossbar to wherever the field goal was kicked. So if someone kicks the field goal from 35 metres out and it goes into the 15th row of the crowd, yes, it may technically be longer, but it's still considered a 35-metre field goal. Alright, enough technicalities, let's get into it. This is Greatest Game of All, and these are the 10 longest field goals from 2010 to 2020. Number 10, Corey Norman, 41 metres. After kicking the game-winning field goal within the final 10 seconds against the Broncos a week earlier,
Corey Norman has won the game!
Corey Norman was at it again against the Knights in Newcastle. With just over 2 minutes remaining in Golden Point extra time, Norman stepped up to hit his second game-winning field goal in a row to give his Dragons the round 4 win.
Norman on the wrong foot here, swings it back across his body, he strikes it well, he's done it again!
Number 9, Cooper Cronk, 42 metres. Cooper Cronk has kicked quite a few 40-metre field goals. He kicked the game-winning one in the deciding Game 3 of the 2012 State of Origin series, one in a round 26 match in 2013 against the Titans, but his longest was against the Broncos in a round 9 clash in 2011, where he kicked the match-winning field goal from 42 metres out in the final 4 minutes.
He can have another snap. You bet you he is. He's got this a little bit better, and it's good! 23-22, just under 4 to go.
Number 8, Trent Hodkinson, 42 metres. Jumping ship to Canterbury after his debut season at Manly, Trent Hodkinson made a career of being one of the clutchest players during the 2010s. He was at it again in this low-scoring battle between the Bulldogs and the Eels in 2011. Jared Hayne will kick a field goal with 6 minutes remaining, but Hodkinson would answer 3 minutes later to tie the game. He would have the last laugh in Golden Point, nailing a 42-metre shot to win the game.
If he was to take a kick, it's going to be a 40-metre kick required. There it goes off the boot of Hodkinson. And dear, what a kick! What a kick!
Number 7, Michael Morgan, 42 metres. The very first round of the 2020 season saw the Cowboys take on the Broncos in the brand new Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. A goal line dropout from the Broncos on the stroke of half-time landed in the hands of Michael Morgan. With plenty of time, Morgan took a snap from 42 metres out to trail by an unusual scoreline of 12-9 at half-time.
There's another shot. He's not going to go for a long range. Yes, he is. And he's hit it beautifully.
Number 6, Adam Reynolds, 44 metres. 2013, round 12 saw the Rabbitohs take on the Knights. The Rabbitohs were holding on to a 24-18 lead with 2.5 minutes remaining, but Adam Reynolds made sure the Rabbitohs would walk away with the win, kicking a massive 44-metre field goal to give the Rabbitohs a comfortable 7-point lead.
The last, as they line up again for 1 point, it's Reynolds. From 45 out, it's high enough, it's long enough, and it is good enough for South Sydney to win.
Number 5, Jamie Soward, 44 metres. Similar to Morgan's, Dragons 5/8 Jamie Soward decided to take a shot of a Raiders dropout on the siren for half-time. Even though his team were down by 2 points, he was still able to convert a huge 44-metre field goal on an angle to trail by 1 point at half-time.
Soward sets himself for a field goal. He struck it beautifully, and he gets it right on the siren.
Number 4, Daniel Holdsworth, 45 metres. The final round of the 2014 season saw the Cowboys take on the Sharks. The Cowboys looked like they would cruise through the final 5 minutes with a victory, thanks to a Jonathan Thurston field goal which gave the Cowboys a 7-point lead. But Sasai Feki crossed over for the Sharks to narrow the gap to 1. With only 30 seconds on the clock, Daniel Holdsworth hit a massive field goal from 45 metres out to tie the game.
Play 40 metres out. Here's Robson. Holdsworth from long range. He strikes this one pretty well. Daniel Holdsworth from 45 metres out has levelled the game.
Number 3, Darren Lockheed, 46 metres. Out of absolutely nowhere, Darren Lockheed snapped a whopping 46-metre field goal in Game 3 of the 2010 State of Origin series. The kick was so unexpected that commentator Ray Warren didn't even realise it was a field goal attempt. It put the Maroons 7 points ahead at half-time, and they would eventually win the game 23-18.
Realised he was going to be too early, so he stopped and checked and went back to be onside for the ball from Lockyer, who drives it down the ground and just sucking up some oxygen, sucking up some time.
That's a field goal, Rabbits. He's drop-kicked that. That's a field goal. He is 46 metres out, 15 metres in from touch, and the ball clears the dead ball line. Wow.
Number 2, Chris Sandow, 49 metres. In a classic round 19 match between the Rabbitohs and the Roosters in 2011, the game went into golden point extra time after a late Greg Inglis try would tie the game. Chris Sandow had a snap from 49 metres out to win the game in golden point, and to the disbelief of rugby league fans everywhere, he actually got it.
Sandow, 49 metres out. It's a great strike! Chris Sandow from halfway wins the game for the Rabbitohs!
Before we get to our number 1 pick, the longest rugby league field goal that we could find was Joe Lydon in the Challenge Cup semi-final between the Wigan Warriors and the Warrington Wolves, and because it's not the NRL, it will unfortunately not be considered for this list.
They're getting out in the open spaces. That's a huge drop goal from Joe Lydon. What a drop goal! Just watch this. Does he give this some pay goal? Bang! Off it goes, and look at it. No doubt where it's going to go. What a great goal!
And number 1, Benji Marshall, 50 metres. 50 metres, and he absolutely nailed it. Round 18 of the 2010 season saw one of the most incredible moments in rugby league history. A tied game between the Tigers and the Titans was soon broken up after Benji Marshall had a shot from 50 metres out on the stroke of half-time. The massive strike ended up being the difference in the match, as the Tigers would end up winning the match 15-14. So sit back and watch the longest field goal in the NRL from 2010 to 2020.
Goes back to Marshall, he'll take a shot from 50 out. Here we go, Gutty. Here we go, Marshall. Oh! It's over! Marshall has kicked it from halfway. Wow! Give us another one, Gus. Wow!
So, what did you think of our list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, chuck us a like on Facebook and this video, follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our channel for more Rugby League Countdowns.